Good Monday to everyone from Garden State Weather. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. We have an impressive storm system developing here over the mid-Atlantic region here. It's producing a lot of snow through the Delaware and southern New Jersey this morning. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Here's the upper level low forming. Surface wave is out over here. We'll take a look at some things coming up in just a moment. The new storm system coming into the west. We just want to focus on this right now. 12Z surface chart. This is the latest chart that we have here from the Weather Prediction Center. It shows the low pressure area here over the Carolinas. Secondary development getting ready to develop here along the frontal boundary here off the North Carolina coast. All of this is upper level diffluence and divergence. And here is confluence and convergence. So the northern half of this area is not receiving anything. Well, it's really getting pummeling in southern New Jersey. We'll get to that in a moment. Here's the latest snow reports coming in now from New Jersey, from Mount Holly's weather service here, Philadelphia, showing 6 inches of snow already in Atlantic at Absecon. 3 inches now around Cape May. These are just coming in now through the morning hours. 5.5 inches already in Cape May at Seaville. So you get the point here. Getting into this for just a second here. This is a COVID tsunami right here. It's pretty bad. So we got a lot going on the charts here. We're going to use a simple water vapor here. These are the pressure falls in millibars per hour here across the Delmarva and across the Chesapeake Bay area here. Notice all the wind flow is from the north here, and this is invading parts of the region. We have some snowflakes in the air being reported across Pennsylvania and portions of New York. Not associated with this, and some moderate to heavy snow falling in this area here from southern New Jersey all the way into Virginia and the Delmarva area too. And this is what it looks like on radar. If we do composite radar, let's do dipole radar and switch sites here for a second. And let's see if we can get this in here. We'll do Fort Dix. And this is what it looks like right now. And take a look at the precipitation type. And it's all snow. Obviously this morning we have a lot going on into this afternoon, and everything here in the blues and yellows, or pinks actually, are winter storm warnings. So we have winter storm warnings in effect until 4 this afternoon. Coastal flood advisories as well, because we're near a new moon, I believe. So let's get into the winter storm warnings here. This shows up. It's one of those mornings. It's definitely one of those mornings. Again, winter weather advisories here in the blue. Winter storm warnings here in the pinks. Coastal flood advisories in the brighter pinks, and gale warnings right along the coast. Coastal flood advisories as well. That is a gale warning, yes. Current air temperatures right now are in the 20s to around freezing, but the wind chill temperature is much colder than that. It actually feels like it's in the teens and single digits here across northwestern New Jersey and Vernon Township, and it feels like it's in the 20s, teens and 20s here. It's cold outside, and this is evaporative cooling that is happening as the radar is showing that evaporational trend. Let's take a look at the radar here if it shows up from the New Jersey Weather Network here at Rutgers University. This is a base reflectivity. So this is an area where there's probably virga going on in the lighter blues here. When you get into the darker blues and greens, this is all snow. This is all precipitation that is falling and reaching the ground and accumulating. But there's a lot of virga here in the atmosphere, which is cooling the column down. And so far, you know, we talked about the precipitation in the form of snow. This is what it looks like now in terms of liquid precipitation that's being recorded. So There's quite a little bit of heaviness going on here across the coastal regions. Outside of that, this is all virga up in here. Wind speeds all out of the north now at about 10 to 15, 20 miles per hour along the coast. Wind gust. That's where things get interesting. There's a bite in the air today. And here's the strongest winds right now at this hour at 11 a.m. this morning. They're gusting into the 20s and lower 30s here right along the immediate coast. It's quite chilly outside, indeed. Let's take a look at the visible satellite. Why not? Let's hone up on this right now. Yeah, just a shroud of clouds. And in the tufts here, this is where the snow is falling. Also, there's precipitation reaching the southern end of eastern Long Island as well. Going back to the surface chart from the Weather Prediction Center, there's only one reason that the snowfall will not make it too far north into northern and northeastern New Jersey. It's because of this high pressure convergence and confluence in the upper levels of the atmosphere here over southern New York, southern Canada, and New England. And so it's going to force this low to get close, and then off the coast it goes. We'll take a look at the model guidance in a moment. Total snowfall here, we do have that winter storm warning remaining in effect until 4 for all of these areas. Kent Island, Sussex, Delaware beaches, Queens, Queen Anne's, Talbot, Caroline County, Atlantic Coastal, Cape May. Unusual, this is a Jersey storm here. Georgetown, Rehoboth Beach, yeah, Atlantic City, you got it. Until 4 this afternoon. Heavy snow, total accumulations of 6 to 12 inches. We're just reporting new information coming in now with some of those totals. Wind gust as high as 40 miles an hour. Southern New Jersey, northeastern Maryland, and central Delaware, and central and southern Delaware until 4. And I've been on social media a little bit this morning, and they're advising a lot of people here where there's a state of emergency here in effect from Governor Murphy here in New Jersey from last night. For central and southern New Jersey into Delaware, travel, not recommend it. Wide variety with isentropic lifting and frontogenetic forcing going on in the atmosphere. So there's going to be a wide variety of precipitation as the storm exits off the mid-Atlantic coast. So some areas are going to get 3, 4, 6 inches of snow. Other areas here from Camden through Mount Holly, up to, let's say, New Brunswick here, including Asbury Park, could see several more inches of snow. Then you get into northeastern New Jersey here, and the amounts are just a trickle because there's a lot of dry air in place here. And this is the reason why when we take a look at the latest relative humidity values, they're near 100% through southeastern Pennsylvania, the I-95 corridor here, all the way into Delaware, where the air is saturated and the snow is coming down at 1 to 2 inches per hour. You get through central New Jersey and up towards northeastern and northwestern New Jersey and into the city. Relative humidity values are slighter than that as a result of all that dry sinking air coming in over the top. So even though the radar looks like this is all virga here in the atmosphere. This, in the greens, is actually all reaching the ground. And you can see there's some convective elements here off of the Delmarva and off the east coast here. And there could be some thunder snow being involved in this. And we showed you on the Doppler image here, we do have heavy snow in Pomona right now. The wind is out of the northeast at 13, gusting to 25. Visibility less than a quarter of a mile in many of these areas that are receiving the heavy snow right now. The wind chill values are about 20 degrees here in Wildwood and Millville. Light snow at Mount Holly right now as of 10 o'clock, but that's going to pick up too a little bit. This is 10 o'clock. The 11 a.m. observations are not in yet. We've got some light snow in Philadelphia. And again, just basically cloudy skies everywhere you go here. We have moderate snow here in Wilmington, Delaware. Again, heavy snow in Dover, Delaware. Snowing in Georgetown, Easton, there, and also light snow in Patuxent River, heavy rain in Wallops Island, rain and fog in Cambridge and Salisbury. What an interesting start to a Monday. Storm Prediction Center's mesoscale analysis here. Here's our surface low getting off the Carolina coast, as I told you. And we have rounds of snow here, central and south portions here of central and southern New Jersey into the Delmarva area here that has been ongoing. Other things, moisture convergence. The biggest moisture convergence, again, remains near the center of the low pressure area here off the Virginias and the Carolina coast. And the other thing I wanted to look at is deep moisture convergence. And again, the deep moisture convergence also showing up here. And the reason for that is because we have strong convergence and confluence here over northern New England, New York State, Connecticut, northern New Jersey. So the biggest lifting mechanism with thunder snow is going to be over this area. And if we take a look at Cape, that shows up too off the coast. Obviously, it's wintertime, so we're not expecting convective snow, but there probably is some going on right now over the Delmarva, especially near Dover, Delaware, and off the Delaware and Maryland coast right now, which is showing up on radar. Lapse rates probably going to be insignificant. Let's take a look at surface frontogenesis here. And actually, I think we should just change the sector here for a moment. Let's see if we can do this. You can definitely see the influence here of very strong high pressure over Quebec and southern New England here. Winds all out of the north and northeast here, slightly veering here. And here is our deepest area of lift right along and offshore the northern mid-Atlantic. That's at the surface. 700 millibar frontogenesis showing up in two areas. The main area here over the Virginias and off the coast south of Long Island in New York City. And a second batch developing here across Pennsylvania into the mountains of Virginia. This is the main area where all of the heavy lifting is going on to produce snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. Mid-levels to the upper levels, frontogenesis here again showing up in these areas. This is where the heaviest precipitation is coming down right now. Looking at the National Weather Service's digital database here, this is a big cutoff of precipitation here. Southern New Jersey and the coast down to Atlantic County here, down through Delmarva, receiving 9, 10, 12 inches of snow. Big cutoff here as you head through central New Jersey and the northern coastlines here from Monmouth County all the way down. Yeah, and then you head up north into the New York City metropolitan area, northwestern New Jersey, nada. Because of the confluence and convergence here. And big divergence and diffluence here. So last hour's HRR guidance shows that precipitation, heavy to moderate snow, central and southern New Jersey, the coastline, off into the water here, some convective snow here. That's what it looks like on Doppler to me. All of this gets out of here. Notice northwestern New Jersey really doesn't get in on any of this. Very little because of Virga in the atmosphere and the relative humidity also being too dry. So as the storm pivots out over the ocean, there it goes, and there goes the precipitation shield by late tonight, early tomorrow morning, but the damage is going to be done. And probably, let's take a look at the snowfall forecast here from the HRR model, which is coming out right now. And, well, there you go. You see it right here. And it's probably underdone, too. It's probably underdone. But you get the point here, right here. Again, a close-up inspection of the HRR version 4. The new data for 15Z is coming out now, but 14Z model shows it like this. And if we take a look back, let's get back into New Jersey here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we've got a lot of snow coming down right now. And in these reports, a lot of these people are, a few of them are trained spotters, but there's a lot of amateur radio people reporting in too with the amounts of snow. And again, some of these are measured and some of them are estimated right now because the wind is blowing. Now there is reporting of tidal flooding here near Sea Isle City here in southern New Jersey and Cape May County this morning. So we've got a number of things on our hands right now. I'm going to have a very busy week ahead. Obviously, it's my birthday week too, but I canceled my trip with COVID, airlines, what have you. It's okay. So here we go through the European model guidance from last night, and it shows that wave of low pressure efficiently producing copious amounts of snow in certain areas in central and southern New Jersey. Then we're going to have some kind of warm air advection going on here on Wednesday, and then a clipper coming through the Northeast on Thursday. But the big story here, again, will be another Miller B isentropic lift event here coming in with the cold air on Friday, Thursday night, Friday morning, and it's going to snow and ice and rain. It's not a clear-cut picture here, but the model guidance is definitely showing this, and it has been showing it for days, actually. So, I'm pretty confident in the forecast of that. The exactitude of snow, the amounts of snow, that's like not quite sure. We're really not that quite sure. And if I take a look at the snowfall totals now, again, I probably would not use this. I would use the 24-hour snowfall map. So the first map here is for the first storm that exits southern New Jersey and the Delmarva this morning and this afternoon and this evening. And then we're going to have to wait for the next system to come in, and it's going to overspread the region on Friday. It's going to be quite chilly around here, so the snow is going to break out again, and the model guidance wants to pinpoint the highest precipitation of snowfall totals again across northern New Jersey, the Poconos, Catskills, into southern New England, and then out that goes. And there'll be more downstream, cold air advection pattern in place here with snow showers going forward after that. Now, the one thing or another thing that I want to look at is the European model guidance is 500 millibar height here. We see on our cutoff low here over the southeast from last night's model run, and then whisks away off the Virginia coast as it goes. Notice the flow here is from west to east again. New storm system coming into the west coast. It's problematic around here, but I have to tell you that this pattern also supports something on Thursday and Friday, late Thursday night, Friday morning. We have a trough in the polar branch here going negatively tilted here, so there's definitely going to be precipitation around the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. Some areas going to receive snow, other areas going to receive rain. Under this, that gets whisked away, and again, we're back into a west to east flow again. The stratosphere is cooling, and it's a juggernaut. It is a juggernaut. And we have to pay attention. Now, here's a new cutoff here over the desert southwest, and look at all of this cold air building in by January 11th on the European model guidance's 500 millibar chart from last night, and then that gets whisked away too. So, we got a lot of problems going forward. A very active pattern indeed. Looking at the European model guidance's relative vorticity, PVA, very strong here right now over the northern mid-Atlantic and southern mid-Atlantic here, showing up nicely. Convergence and confluence up to the north here. That gets whisked away, and here comes the next fluid of stretched out vorticity maximums here across central Pennsylvania, New York State, as we get into Thursday. And again, this is very fast flow here. This doesn't look like it's going to really do anything until we get another short wave, which is back here over the Intermountain West, to get involved here and go negatively tilted through Pennsylvania, the Virginia mountains here on Friday. Yeah, so there is a lot of lifting here going on in the PVA, and that shows me that, you know, precipitation is going to come down. It'll be cold enough to support snow, but that gets whisked away too. As you see, the flow is completely progressive here. There's a lot of factors going on here, and very cold air coming in by January 11th here, but even that begins to get whisked out a little bit as we head back into this very disturbed flow in the atmosphere. National Weather Service's digital database here shows that very strong cutoff of snow here, even in Manhattan. Okay, in northeastern New Jersey, northwestern New Jersey, nothing. Pennsylvania, nothing. And look at this. This is a southern New Jersey, Delaware, Delmarva special here. Over 11 to 12 inches of snow.